Encounter number 1. Hello, Renaissance Man. My name is David. I'm from Ireland. I've had this fascination with the Sasquatch phenomenon ever since I was a kid when I came across an article about the P&G film in a magazine called The Unexplained. Thanks to the internet, I've been able to rekindle my interest in the subject. Over the last 7 to 8 years, I've become what I call an armchair researcher. Seeing we don't have these creatures on my island, I can't, as you say, put boots on the ground and get out and do some real researching. I have probably trawled through the majority of Sasquatch-related videos, photos, etc. online, which yours, Episode 1, Yuri Creek, I can now add to my list. You asked in the intro for some help with photos, etc. I'll enclose in this email some photos that were taken by Mark and Mel Zensky, a husband and wife who make up the cryptoreality.us team out of Florida. These photos are stills taken from video from expeditions into the swamps of Florida. The last 2 were taken by a little old lady who caught this guy on film after it was stealing apples from her back porch. I've been a member of cryptoreality.us Patreon site since it was introduced to Patreon and before, when you could access it on YouTube. To me, there's nobody out there that comes close to what they are catching on film. Any questions, I'd be happy to help. Best of luck with your work and site. Thanks for sharing, David out of Ireland. This wasn't exactly an encounter from him, but he did share a lot of great photos, all coming out of the swamps of Florida. So I guess we'll give the real credibility to Mark and Mel Zensky for their work at cryptoreality.us team out of Florida. We will leave a link to their website down below. Encounter number 2. Hi, R-Man. My name is Richard. I'm the guy that made the comment on one of your videos about doing some camping. Thanks again for your kind reply. I thought I'd make contact with you and introduce myself. I live with my wife in a large house in Waitakere Forest in West Auckland, New Zealand. I just thought I'd let you know our forest friends are here also. Here's my brief story. I was in another forest about 45 minutes away with my wife a year ago. I heard the obvious wood knocks and saw numerous teepee-like structures. So a few months later, I went back with my friend Alan, who shares an interest in such things. We saw at least a dozen structures all over the place, and then came to an area that had sticks about 3 feet long and 2 inches thick that were pushed into the ground on a 45-degree angle. There was at least a dozen of them everywhere. So we started having deep discussions about the Vedic scriptures of ancient India something I have studied for about 35 years now. I mentioned that there were interdimensional beings called Rakshasa that were shape-shifting and generally demonic beings being mentioned in the Vedas. I went on to describe the spiritual world, etc. to Alan. Suddenly he stopped me and said, "So it's all about love then?" Just as he said that, there were 3 loud thumps on the ground very near us. It was as if they were approving of his comment. Alan pulled out his phone and took photos in all directions. The next day he sent me a picture that looks like a face peeping at us. I will send this photo as an attachment. So to me, it may be coincidence that we saw the structures or the sticks on the ground or heard the thumps on the ground or have a photo of a face. But when all of this happens within 20 minutes and you were there especially looking for an interaction, I would have to conclude it was probably the real thing. Anyway, having grown up in Vancouver, I was always aware of the Sasquatch and totally accepted their existence. But it turns out there were occasionally sightings here as well. I have a friend who is a paranormal researcher who I have been out with, and he records voices, etc. on parabolic microphone. He has a YouTube channel called mountainsofentities.com. Anyways, I'm hoping to visit Vancouver for 2 to 3 weeks. So if you have a couple of days available, it would be great to meet you. I greatly appreciate your videos and hope you can keep it going. I'll be very happy to contribute. I have a bent sense of humor, and I'm sure we can have a fun time. I do not consider myself a researcher, but I am fully accepting that they are there. I approach with great humility and reverence for their home and prefer the sit and be quiet approach. I am not one of those that whoops and whacks trees. I just humbly request them to appear, if they would like to, by thought. They already know you are there anyways, so why whack a tree? I hope that all sounds fine to you. Kind regards, Richard. Thank you, Richard, for sending that in, and you got some really amazing story with photos, and we got a ton of structure photos and a few faces here. Just a lot of great stuff here that Richard sent me. I just wanted to let everyone know that Richard is a member to the channel. So with the membership that he purchases monthly, once September comes around, he will be at 1 year where he has been a member. So with that 1 year, with the Sasquatch package, he actually gets the trip camping in Sasquatch country with myself. We go on a 1 week camping adventure in Sasquatch country, all inclusive. I provide the camping, the food, the accommodations in the tent, and all the gear. You just get here, you bring yourself and some clothes and whatever else makes you feel comfortable. But it's an all-inclusive Sasquatch country camping trip. And you need to be a member for 1 year with the Sasquatch package to receive that. And Richard is that guy. And in September, we are going out camping. He's flying in from New Zealand. That's another thing. I do not cover the tickets, unfortunately, if you need to fly here from another country. I will travel up to 200 kilometers to pick you up if you live in British Columbia or 200 kilometers from the city of Vancouver. I will pick you up for free. All gas, everything is on me for the camping trip. The food, just everything. Drinks. There will be a limit on alcoholic drinks, unfortunately, folks. So you're more than welcome to buy a few more alcoholic drinks if the ones I provide is not enough. So yeah, check out our membership. There's 3 different levels there. The There's the Wildman, the Sabe, and the Sasquatch. Richard is a Sasquatch member, and thank you, Richard, for all that. And I can't wait to see you in September or November, I forget. I got it wrote down somewhere, but anyway, it's going to be an awesome trip, and we will make a bunch of videos with Richard and camping in Sasquatch country. Encounter number 3. Hey Renaissance dude, I'm Harley Charlie from Steve's channel. You know I've encountered these Selatic people 3 times. First time was in 79, and I believe that they know I know they are around, so they visit. I heard that yell, scream, roar in 2016. I feel the presence and smell once in a while. I believe they got an attitude like the people they live around. I think they're meaner here because the people are rednecks and take pot shots at them. But up in Ohio, they're more mellow. They call them grassmen. Down in Tennessee, if your property posted, people shoot first, ask questions later. I walked out to get the mail late last week and I found a 14-inch print. And this is on crush and run, red rock gravel. It packs hard as cement and I can't even put a dent in it. I'm 5'9", 200 pounds, and it was an inch deep. You can see the toes. I can share some other encounters later. You can see the toes. It's hard to make out, but there is. If you see many prints, you can tell. You're a tracker. I know I am. I have a size 11 foot and my boot measures 1 foot. I saw a lot of UFOs up on Lake Erie and lost time a few times, actually disappeared for a day or two. I don't even know what happened. Anyways, brother, enjoy your sight. And that Sabe Selatic people are alive and well in Hardin County, Tennessee. Roll it like you stole it, brother. Cheers, Charlie. Thank you, Harley Charlie, for sending that in. And yeah, man, I would love to hear more of your encounters. I definitely want to hear that that encounter where you lost time with the UFOs and aliens. And I gotta say, with your story, I 100% agree with you when you say that once you know the Sasquatch, they tend to make their presence more known to you. I've noticed that myself, and a lot of other people have noticed that. And I'm actually starting to notice that with UFOs now too. I'm literally seeing UFOs all the time now. I found that UFO in that video that I posted there in my shorts, and since I picked up on that, I found that now I'm seeing them everywhere. I went out camping last weekend and I literally just laid in my cot, watched the stars, and watched 20 UFOs just flying overhead. Yeah, I just find it really strange. Nobody else that I was camping with really thought it was a big deal. I don't know if it's just me. I get really into that kind of stuff, but I just kind of laid my cot all night and just stared off at the stars like I always do and watched all the UFOs, and it was a good couple of nights last weekend camping. Harley Charlie definitely sounds like a good time, like a Harley riding, beer guzzling good dude. I'd love to crack a few with him one day. So yeah, Charlie, send me some more encounters if you're still watching this channel, because this was sent in quite a while ago, I think over a year ago now. So I'm just getting these subscriber encounters put out now, and I want to keep consistent and keep putting them out, and I actually really enjoy making these kind of videos. I have a really good alien encounter. This video is going to take me a bit longer to put together. That's from a member and subscriber, Dawn. Shout out to you, Dawn. Yeah, hers is going to take a bit more work. There's a lot to it. Yeah, so if you've had an encounter, and again, it doesn't have to be just about Sasquatch, it can be aliens, ghosts, whatever you want, email me at livingwithsasquatch@gmail.com. That's it, folks. Cheers for now.